European ministers arriving for talks in Luxembourg, wary of the violent turn of events in eastern Ukraine, had no problem Monday placing blame. British Foreign Secretary William Hague pointing his finger squarely at Moscow.
It has all the appearances of a further gross, deliberate and premeditated violation of the independence and sovereignty of Ukraine.
Swedish Foreign Minister Carl Bildt was equally blunt.
So far they have been escalating, and if they continue to escalate, I think we should escalate.
Which is what they did, agreeing to expand sanctions and visa bans against Russia. But even as Europe moved for more actions, the U.S. military announced a Russian fighter jet like these made 12 low-altitude, close-range passes Saturday near the USS Donald Cook, patrolling international waters in the Black Sea. Pentagon officials said the Russian jet was not armed with missiles, but called the actions provocative and unprofessional. In Moscow, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov hit back, accusing the West of encouraging Kiev to crack down.
This is an extremely dangerous development of the events, and those who encourage the current Kiev authorities to act that way should bear full responsibility.
Lavrov also questioned what U.S. spy chief John Brennan was doing in Kiev this past weekend, a trip White House spokesman Jay Carney defended as standard to promote security cooperation, warning Russia to step back.
I can assure you that Russia's provocations, further transgressions and provocations, will come with a cost.
Like the European Union, the U.S. says it is prepared to ramp up sanctions, and Monday also announced a $1 billion loan guarantee for Ukraine. Yet military aid requested by Ukraine has not been forthcoming, even as NATO worries about the massing of Russian troops along the border. Former U.S. Senator Richard Lugar.
It's a question in which hopefully we do not revert to a Cold War in the sense really of the Western countries pairing up against Russia, because Russian assistance in many worldwide situations is still very important.
For now, though, there are plenty of questions in the West about just how far Russia will go. U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Jeffrey Pyatt spoke to VOA's Russian service via Skype.
These are not peaceful protesters. This is an armed force. And I think there is a real risk that their actions could precipitate greater violence. And any bloodshed, of course, is something that the United States will oppose.
All the while, tensions in Ukraine continuing to rise. Jeff Seldin, VOA News, the Pentagon.